What's good, YouTube? A-Train South back at it again. Today we're going to be reacting to the Russell Westbrook fit by Switch Out. Now, I heard about Westbrook getting traded to the Wizards and for John Wall. Now, I can see the Wizards probably as an 8 or 7 seed. Like, Westbrook, he going to make the team better because he got Bradley Beal, the rookie, start with a Denjai. The rookie from last year, he got Thomas Bryant. That's pretty good. That's like a decent team, but I don't see them come out in the East, but they can push for like at least 43, 44, 46 wins. Probably as an 8 seed or 7, but Westbrook, I'm happy for him because now he have his own team. Because when he was with Harden, they wasn't gonna get along. So let's just see how it is, how this go.
As we all know, the trade went down.
Yep.
John Wall and Russell Westbrook basically got traded for one another, and everybody's talking about who won and who lost and all that stuff.
Nobody.
But to me, there's no clear winner right now.
Right.
We can't really tell who won until we know what John Wall is. We haven't seen John Wall play real basketball, live 5-on-5 basketball in literally 2 years. So how the hell can I tell you who won? If anything, I can say this. This is Russell Westbrook's last chance, and I'm going to get into that in a little minute. And since we're already talking about last chances, don't wait till it's too late and miss out on one of these deals by today's sponsor, Manscaped. Now, I keep talking about this because, one, I truly believe in these products, and two, my subscribers are dudes. I know some of y'all need this. If you want the perfect all-in-one kit, go check out their performance package, bro. It damn near has everything you need. I know some of y'all do this, bro, because it used to be me. Stop cutting yourself down there with scissors and weird cheap razors and all that stuff, bro. Just use the Llama 3.0 electric trimmer. It has an LED light so you can see what's going on down there. Advanced skin-safe technology so you don't have to worry about the cuts and the nicks and all that stuff. And it's waterproof, bro, so you can use it in the shower. Also, and it's okay, if you grow hair in any of those weird spots like your ears and your nose, use their weed whacker. It gets all the tight spots. Also, bro, don't think it's girly or feminine to care about your nails, bro. It's hygiene. The package also includes their Shears 2.0 luxury nail kit to take care of that. If you want all this, or like I always say, if you know somebody that needs all this, use my promo code SWISH and get 20% off of your first order. And for a limited time only, they're throwing in 2 free gifts, so get on top of that. Big shout out to my good friends over at Manscaped for always taking care of the channel and looking out for my guys. Now let's get into the video.
Wizards fans, what's up? Russell Westbrook here. I'm here in the arena. Man, I can't wait to get in here and get to it. Appreciate you guys. Looking forward to a great season. Let's go Wizards.
Russell Westbrook, he's easily one of the most polarizing players of all time. You have one side that thinks, he's this hyperactive, crackhead type of energy player that will never translate to wins. And you have the other side that respects his hard work and they want him to be respected. Me, I fall somewhere in the middle. I said in a video a few months ago, Russell Westbrook continues to prove Kevin Durant right. And a story just broke that James Harden, his homeboy from California, the dude that he loved, he was so excited to play with him, he would rather play with John Wall than his boy Russell Westbrook. As we all know, last year, Paul George demanded a trade after just signing an extension or a contract or whatever to stay in OKC. Believe it or not, I know people really think of, Carmelo Anthony's stint in OKC and think he was washed up before he came and all that stuff, but that's really not true. Prior to joining OKC, there were only 4 players in NBA history that had never averaged under 20 points per game ever in a season. It was Kevin Durant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Carmelo Anthony. That is elite company. So when you look at KD, who spent, I believe, 8 seasons with him, won an MVP, all NBA team, scoring leader all these times. When Russell Westbrook continues to fail with other stars, all that really does is pad in Kevin Durant's legacy. No star outside of KD has actually worked with Russell Westbrook. Like Paul George, he had his moments, but ultimately at the end, they still could not get out of the first round, and they were favored in both series. And if you ever really wanted to know where Russell Westbrook or when Russell Westbrook got into his bag and he really realized, bro, I'm the shit, it was in the 2014-2015 season. That year, KD was dealing with a Jones fracture in his foot, so he was in and out of the lineup.
Didn't they play the
Like
Rockets?
he wasn't really playing, and it was really Russell Westbrook's team. Towards the end
It
of
was
the
either
year,
the Rockets or
KD just
Grizzlies.
said, "Man, I can't play. I'm gonna sit out this year," and Russell Westbrook went crazy. If you look at the numbers, that stretch towards the end of the year where Russell Westbrook was going crazy, if you look at those numbers and if you look at his MVP numbers, they are very, almost scarily identical. Like it's damn near the same numbers.
Pretty much.
Unfortunately, when KD came back, all the questions rose of whose team is it, and who's really better and who's the better leader.
That was KD
and I think
team.
Russell, to some extent, kind of bought into that. Now, this really isn't a Russ bash video or anything like that. I'm really just looking at his career and not seeing where it went wrong, but just kind of seeing where things went a little left. Russell, I always thought he had shooting guard tendencies in a point guard's body. Like, initially, when he first came into the league, he wasn't looking for anyone's shot, really but himself. Like, he was looking for his own shot, and he was doing his own thing. Pair that with his unreal athleticism and really his inability to shoot, you kind of had a weird problem there. Even though he has shooting guard tendencies, he doesn't really have the shooting guard attributes. Like, he can't really play off ball. He's only 6'3", 6'4". He's not a great, like I say, he's not a great shooter. It would be almost laughable setting an off-ball screen and expecting Russell to consistently hit that shot. So you was kind of forced to play him at the point. This is why, straight out of UCLA, he switched to the point guard position. Remember, at UCLA, Darren Collison ran the point and Russell played the two. But in the NBA, that really wasn't going to work where he can't shoot and he's kind of undersized. So he had to run point. Now, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. Russell Westbrook is a dog, and this game has a lot, way more benefits. Well, I ain't going to say way more, but it has more benefits than negatives. Russell, I always thought he really banks off of his size and being able to bully smaller guards and rock the baby and his athleticism. He's been so ferocious with his posters and crazy dunks and all that stuff and crazy finishes that when he drives to the basket, bro, he immediately draws all fives. This is going to easily open up shooters, open up the bigs, and hence why he averages so many assists. But even with that being said, where things go wrong with Russell Westbrook, to me, is in the playoffs where the game slows down and the floor really shrinks. Russ, I think anybody that watches basketball and knows basketball, we all know he's way more lethal in transition. Like, when he's going to the basket and driving, like I said, that's where he's most dangerous. But in a half-court setting, similar to Giannis, and Giannis is damn near 7 feet, way bigger than Russell and all this stuff, and he goes through this. This is where he really struggles. This is why I always thought, man, or I will always preach this. The playoffs is where the boys become men, because that's where the floor shrinks, and we really see what's in your bag. Like, what do you really do to generate points? Also, this is why I love Kyrie Irving. I know a lot of people talk about Kyrie, his political beliefs, or not political, but spiritual, all that stuff outside of basketball, but nobody can deny his basketball talent and what he's able to do. If you put prime Russell Westbrook in 2016, 2017, whatever you want to say, if you put him on that 2016 Cavs team where they came back from down 3-1 and won the championship, they would not have won that championship, bro. I promise you. If you look at the Western Conference Finals in that 2016 year, where they went wrong, OKC, to me, is that the game was too fast for them, bro. Like I said, Russell Westbrook is great in transition when he's driving the ball and all that stuff, and he always gets people open. But the problem is when people start to miss, and they will start to miss, especially against a team like Golden State that dominates in transition, kills you with threes and all that stuff, you have no chance. Like, you have no chance. Kyrie, on the other hand, in Cleveland, he was able to slow the game down in a half-court setting, go in his bag and all that stuff and abuse Stephen Curry. That's the difference. Like, he's able to actually benefit from the game slowing down. Russ isn't. Now, I'm not trying to make this about, who's better between Russ and Kyrie and all that stuff. I'm just making a comparison between the two players and how, one was able to win that series and the other, basically lost it. Now in Washington, I think I'm not going to say it's his last chance, but I'm gonna give him a pass for the Western Conference hurdles. Like a lot of great historical players in the Western Conference struggle. KG, Dirk Nowitzki, Kobe for like short period after Shaq. A lot of people struggle because historically it's a lot deeper. Now you're in the Eastern Conference, and I'm not going to say you're on a perfect team, but you're on a pretty good situation, especially for your situation.
Right.
Like
You don't
you
have to go
playing
through
beside
them
Bradley Beal, who
tough
can play
teams
off ball like he's done that with John Wall,
like
and you're
Mavericks,
surrounded by a bunch
Clippers,
of shooters,
Lakers.
and you're with your old coach, and you're in the Eastern Conference. Like you have to thrive off this. Like I said, man, this video wasn't ever to bash Russell Westbrook, but it's really to just look at as dominant as he is. Why hasn't he ever succeeded on the next level? And I mean, like the playoffs and stuff like that. Like I said, I think it's more the way his game is. It just hasn't really worked yet. And I want to see what he does in Washington because at least the competition probably isn't going to be as high as the West. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys like this video. Man, thank you guys so much for showing so much love on the other video where I showed my face. I got so many likes on that video, DMs, stuff on IG, Twitter. Like y'all showed out for that one video, and it motivated me to continue to give y'all this type of content. Make sure you guys follow my social media sites. The NBA is less than 3 weeks away, I believe, so stay tuned for more content. Do all that great stuff, guys, and until next time, as always, stay tuned.
But yeah, that's gonna wrap up the video. Like, comment, subscribe. What should I react to next? And I'm out. Peace.